Greetings, and good day, good morning. I don't like using that word, but good day for those of you that are up while I'm up. I wanted to do a quick message. It's like so long winded, and I've been struggling to get the message out clearly without going into too much of a rant and like just doing too much. So hopefully, this is gonna be the one that gets shared because I'm just like at this point. So yeah, this is a love message, but it can be qualified and taken in other areas because really the topic or the message is really for those who deal with that spirit of comparison and feeling like you're either not enough or you're too much, right? But we're talking specifically about love only because this is the message that was given to me, not because I want to talk about love, because if I could, I would not. Like, it is what it is. So, I was listening to this message, and the woman in the message, she was saying that there's someone that that's into you or attracted to you, blah, blah, blah. Or it could just be that there's someone that is manifesting someone like you, manifesting you, right? And I heard in my spirit, because I was like, when I heard it, it kind of like made me cringe a bit. It made me cringe in a sense because it was like that whole thing again of nah, like it can't be because Chenoa, like you're too much. Like if this message is for you, because it's just a message for everyone and whoever it's for, right? So when I heard it, it made me like cringe. And then I heard God say that it, it's brave. Like it's brave for someone to tap into their divine imagination to manifest their mates because it's easy to go off of an archetype, a type that we're used to, and go off of like checklists of what we want and what at least what we think we want, or maybe a aspect of only a fraction or fragment of what we really actually want because we have a subconscious mind and there's things that the subconscious mind is constantly paying attention to that you're not aware of, and then we go off and we say, oh, I want someone like this. And it's because, okay, well, programming, whether it's in your environment, whether it's society telling you what's beautiful, what's attractive, or what's not attractive. So you go off of those things, or you have also some of your morals and values mixed into that. So it's like to tap into that divine mind means to tap into the soul, the God self of what it truly wants and truly desires and needs. To tap into the essence of that without having a actual physical representation of that, like a physical blueprint of that. You can see it, you can tap into it. Maybe you can kind of see, okay, maybe my person might be, different than what I'm used to, or they might have this, and that. But the essence of the person is the big thing. You're tapping into the feeling. They always say in manifestation, you're tapping into the feeling of it. That's how you manifest. And yeah, you're visualizing it, but sometimes it's just the feeling of what it's like to have that partner. What does it feel like? That's powerful as well. So I heard the message is someone brave enough to tap into their divine imagination to see and to manifest all of the unique qualities of their true mate, which is you. So, like the saying goes, there's someone for everyone, right? We could think that we're too quirky or we're not desirable enough because we're looking at the external. We're listening to Kevin Samuels videos. Some people, I don't understand how people can like. I just no. I don't even get it. But anyway, like watching these videos of people's, oh, high value man, high value, all that superficial worldly stuff, that at the end of the day doesn't really matter. There's people that really live by those shallow standards. It's really shallowness. Like people that are so materialistic and so superficial. They're really shallow. They lack depth because if all you're looking at is a tax bracket, you're looking at someone's body type, their skin tone, their age, whether they have kids or they don't, and that equates their value. That's shallow. So God created all of us, and because we don't have this, or we have this, or we have kids or we don't have kids, or we're over this age or that group, then that makes us automatically undesirable. Essentially, what you're saying is unworthy of love. And people feed into this stuff. It's very sad because there's a lot of people in society who are heavily insecure, heavily insecure. So to give into all of that superficial things, and I had to check myself before, because a lot of instances I can see where I have settled, where I've told myself this is subconsciously, this is the best that I can do, and I've settled, and that has not worked. And there's instances where I've actually been a little superficial in what I was looking for, because I felt because of X, Y, and Z, and not really looking at the character of the person, going off of, what glitters, and not really seeing the soul of it, the essence of it. So there, it can go both ways. And even saying to myself, and I have to stop doing this because I vented to like my people close to me, they've heard me say this often. I can't imagine the type of man that's for me. Meaning, it's like I can't. Like, I'm just like, it doesn't work on either side of things. So I can't see like who would be for me then. Like, he gotta be like out of this world. I can't even imagine the type of man that would be for me. The character, the personality, his energy, his vibe. I can't imagine it. I just can't. Right. And that's because if it's not here, you haven't met the person yet, that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't exist. It's just you haven't met them. And it's okay maybe sometimes not to know. And I had to tell myself I don't have to know everything. But yeah, I would say that to my friends all the time. Like, I feel like maybe I'm just too much for people because of like my gifting, and I'll accidentally, subconsciously, I'll demonize who I am, because I feel like just because it didn't resonate with someone else, or it just wasn't for them, that automatically that means that nobody will want me, or nobody will be able to, once they get to a certain point of getting to know me, then it's like, okay, no, I can't. Because that happens. Like, my gift, it intrigues. Like, I can intrigue people will desire and intrigue me, and maybe even idealize who they think I am. Once they get to know me in depth, then they get a little scared. It's too much, right? And then I'm just like, okay, well, I can't help who I am. I can't hide my gifts. I can't water that down. And so it's like, okay, I don't know. You gotta be a freaking unicorn. Like, you really do. Um, it's just a whole thing. So the whole comparison and feeling like you're not enough, you have to know that you're created specifically and uniquely and purposefully by God. And if you truly believe that there's someone out there for everyone, why would you be the exception? And you can even put this in career, or purpose specifically, where you might think that what you are and who you are is not enough for, society within itself to even be and to share and to give of your gift of yourself. And I've dealt with that as well. It's like, I don't know where I fit. How do you read the Bible and then read tarot? Like, who's gonna resonate with that? Like I say that to myself too, and I'll tell like people close to me, I'll vent about this. And thankfully I've gotten encouragement and a divine perspective on it, and I've come across different messengers and messages that have also helped me, where you're meant to be the new thing. You're not supposed to be like everybody else. Why is it that, like, the first thing that we try to do is try to fit into something? Why is that? Maybe because, humans, we want to be a part of a tribe. That's in human nature, to be a part of a community, a family, a tribe. So trends, some people follow trends, some people, and it's because it's told, we're programmed, this is success. You look like this, you talk like this, you dress like this, you have this, you're successful, you're desirable, you're beautiful, you mean something. And these advertisements and these marketing schemes are to make money, so they're going to feed off of the masses, whether it's masses insecurities, whether it's just the need to keep up in the hamster wheel, in the matrix. So it's brave to do the opposite of that, to tap into who you were called to be, because not a lot of people are open to do that. They're going off of what society has told them, or their parents said that they have to be X, Y, and Z to be successful, or you got to go to school, or you got to do this, and if you don't, all of that. And to say, I'm going to go against that society norm and go where I'm called, and to tap in and to be who I'm called to be, that is a big thing. Definitely in love too, because people will shame you for who you date. Oh girl, why you with him? Oh, he don't. Oh bro, why you with her? She ain't even blah blah blah. Or she's, to go against that, and to go with what your soul is calling you to, in spite of that, to go against the matrix, that is brave. So you have to believe that who you are, there's something or someone or people, because this could be purpose as well, that need and want what you have to bring, because there's no one like you. See, the thing is when God created us, he created us unique. He did not create another me. He did not create another you. Therefore, you're not to be placed in a system of these man-made structures. And structure just means to be organized and to be arranged in a specific way. But when it's the world doing it, you're going to keep going in that constant wheel of seeking and trying to find and trying to fit, instead of you recognizing that you are of a divine design. And there's only one kind of you. Never again will there be another you. You are a rare occurrence, so why sell yourself short and those who need and want what you have to bring, even if they have not even conceptualized you yet, or came across you yet, or know you yet? Why sell them short as well? Doing this whole disservice of not fully living out your potential of who you were called to be, but instead choosing to fit into a mold of what a world system tells you. Unique is incomparable to it. There is no rival. When you're unique, there's only one of you. There's nothing to compete. But when you start to try to compare yourself by forming into this or that, then that's where you put yourself in a rivalry, because it's like all these different carbon copies running around. Just like, I'm gonna use food. Y'all know I'm a foodie. Taurus gang, hey. Just like how there's different types of sodas, right? Or juice or fruits. Let's use fruits because we trying to let's we getting on our healthy tip. Fruits. You may love fruit. You'll find favor in all different types of fruit. You might not like some fruits. You may have a favorite fruit, and you have some that others that you kind of favor, that you like or you don't mind having in a fruit salad. But none of those, it's not that no one likes or favors one of these fruits. So just because one person may not see you or recognize or find value in you at the time, does not mean that you're not valuable. I remember another, and I shared this a long time ago on my channel. I was watching a video. It was a woman that was a Christian. She's like a Christian based channel, and she was talking about how she wanted this vacuum cleaner. She was using the analogy of, or comparison of this, I think it was a blender with a vacuum cleaner or something. I don't know. It was some type of an appliance. I think it was a blender. And it was a juicer, matter of fact. And she was like, she was looking for a specific juicer. and that had X, Y, and Z of everything she needed. And she scrolled and scrolled, and she finally found online this juicer that she wanted. So she went to the place where it was in stock. When she went, they were like, "Oh, um, we took those off the shelf because they weren't selling, but we do have one model left." So she was saying that just because others may not see value in you doesn't mean that the right person, the right people will not find value in you. Sometimes you have to be overlooked because the right person, the right people that deserve you or that are called to see you or to work with you or whatever the case may be will be able to appreciate you rather than different hands and people touching you that don't know how to even value you, that wouldn't even know how to handle you. And that doesn't mean that you're something that's not valuable or someone that's not worthy, right? So you have to remind yourself of these things because sometimes we get caught up in this world system of things. So again, if you deal with this on any level, not just romantically, but if you deal with this on any level where you feel like you're not enough or you're too much, it's because we're all called to be our authentic self. And unfortunately, because we live in this world system, being different is not always going to be appreciated. And it may be a time where you are weird and you're not the most sought after person, or you're overlooked at the job, or no one wants to date you, or you find that whatever your talents or gifts are maybe are overlooked. It's for a time. Everybody is going to be able to get with it. Um, and sometimes it takes those people that do go against the grain and create a lane where people can be their authentic selves, that people start to accept it. I'm pretty sure Andre 3000 probably got bullied or picked on for how he dressed before everybody was like, oh, he's the most dopest, he got the dopest style, blah, blah. Like, I'm sure that people probably made fun of him and thought he was weird. But it takes you stepping out to be your authentic self, be who you're called to be, unapologetically, to create those lanes and to create that space for someone maybe who is similar, who may be going through something such as you, or will go through something that you've already have surpassed or have healed or have mastered, but is going to need the inspiration and to that spark to be themselves. So that's why Spirit is saying that you can't afford to try to step into a place that you don't fit, or try to mold yourself and cloak yourself and paint yourself to fit into a mold that you're not called for. And for some of you, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Like, imagine a duck trying to paint themselves like a swan and go swimming with them. They're all going to look at him like, what the hell you doing here? Even though you painted like us, you don't belong here, because people can see that. You have to be your authentic self. And don't look at that as a bad thing. Look at it as a good thing, that I'm called to be something different. Create your own table. Oh, I can't sit at the table with y'all? Okay, I'll create my own table. Cool. There's no problem. There's no issue. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know, someone needed to hear it. I didn't mean to be on here for like 20 minutes, but yeah, do not feel the pressure to be like the world. Like, it might work for some people, cool, but that's not your calling. That's not for you. You're called to be different. That's what works. Because when you're operating in your own path, you open doors that are meant for you. You walk through the doors and you walk the path that is for you. Things will move in your favor because you're called to something. God is going to see it through. But it's like the door will never open. The things that, your potential and all of that, if it's untapped, it's just the door is just going to sit there shut. while you're walking around trying to figure out, oh, how am I going? I'm gonna walk through some other people's doors. Or I'm gonna walk this path, this lane where this person is, their GPS system is telling them to go. I'm gonna go there too because it's working for them, or it's working for many of them. When spirit says no, your GPS is pointing you in this direction. So when you start tapping into that divine mind and it's telling you that this is the path, this is for you, this is where you're going, things will start to move and start to open up for you, and without much, it's not going to be that resistance, it's not going to be force, it's not going to be strain, it's not going to be stress, it's just going to flow. It's not to say there won't be bumps in the road, but there will be a way, there will be solutions, things will unfold for you. When it's a path that's not for you, you're going to meet a lot of resistance. God is going to see your way through, even through the trials and the tribulations. That's the difference. You'll know, even if the path is a struggle at times, it has its ups and downs, but God will always make a way for you. God will always bring you through because you have an appointed place, your journey. There's things that you're supposed to do and see and experience. So hopefully that makes sense. I didn't need to go too much into that because I thought it was going to be like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. No, it never is. It never is with me. Um, and sometimes I have a hard time explaining things where I might sound a little like, what the hell is she talking about? But I hope that this resonates with whomever the lovely souls are that were meant to hear this message. And I hope it sparks something divinely helpful in you, that it sparks a sense of peace and, confirmation or revelation that will help you to further appreciate yourself more, and also to seek God as well. All right. Much love as always. Be blessed. Peace.